Hey everyone! Welcome to Update X24H, your go-to channel for the latest news, hottest dramas, breaking stories, and all the buzz from the world of entertainment. We're here to keep you updated, entertained, and always in the loop. Hit that subscribe button and join our growing family, because here at Update X24H, we bring you the news that matters, the drama you love, and the stories you can't miss. Thanks for being part of our community. Let's stay connected, stay updated, and keep the good vibes rolling.
Have leaked behind-the-scenes photos just revealed the biggest surprise surrounding Liu Yuning's next television role? What many people first assumed would be another ordinary set of unofficial images has unexpectedly become the strongest talking point across Chinese entertainment circles. Instead of fueling unnecessary speculation, these newly surfaced photos have shifted attention towards something far more compelling: an actor whose remarkable transformation is making it increasingly difficult for audiences to look away. Stay with us, because the story behind these images may explain why anticipation for iron evidence is rising faster than anyone expected. Welcome back to Update X24H, where we bring you the latest stories from the world of Chinese entertainment with a closer look at the details that often reveal far more than the headlines themselves. When behind-the-scenes photographs begin circulating online, they usually spark familiar conversations. Some viewers immediately search for hidden clues about celebrities' personal lives. Others wonder whether the images were intentionally released to build publicity. In many cases, these unofficial snapshots disappear from public discussion within hours. This time, however, the reaction unfolded very differently. Fresh images reportedly captured during the filming of Iron Evidence quickly spread across multiple social media platforms, and within a remarkably short period, countless discussions began focusing on Liu Yuning's appearance as senior police officer Gao Yuan. Rather than becoming another round of internet gossip, the photographs gradually evolved into something much more meaningful. Many viewers described them as convincing evidence that Liu Yuning had fully immersed himself in a character unlike any role he has previously portrayed. The first thing that captured people's attention was not an elaborate costume or dramatic action sequence. Instead, it was the simplicity of his appearance. Wearing either casual clothing between scenes or a neatly presented police uniform during filming, Liu Yuning projected an understated confidence that immediately stood out. His posture appeared disciplined, his movements controlled, and even the smallest expression suggested someone carrying years of professional responsibility. For many fans, this quiet authenticity proved far more impressive than exaggerated heroic poses often seen in promotional material. Interestingly, several online discussions noted that the unofficial photographs felt surprisingly realistic precisely because they were never intended to be polished publicity images. Without dramatic editing, cinematic lighting, or carefully selected promotional angles, viewers believed they were seeing a more natural glimpse of Liu Yuning's performance. Ironically, what some jokingly referred to as Reuters' undeniable evidence was not evidence of controversy at all. Instead, it became evidence of preparation, discipline, and convincing character work. That unexpected shift in public conversation may be one of the biggest reasons these images attracted so much attention. Audiences are becoming increasingly familiar with heavily edited promotional campaigns. As a result, spontaneous behind-the-scenes moments often create a stronger sense of authenticity. They allow viewers to feel as though they are witnessing something genuine rather than carefully manufactured. Whether or not every impression ultimately reflects the finished series, the emotional impact of those first images was undeniable. As additional footage and photographs continued appearing online, many observers began paying closer attention to the subtle details of Gao Yuan's character. Rather than portraying a loud or impulsive officer, Liu Yuning appeared to embrace restraint. His facial expressions suggested careful observation instead of unnecessary aggression. His body language communicated confidence without arrogance. Even standing silently between scenes, he seemed to embody someone accustomed to making difficult decisions under pressure. For audiences who enjoy crime dramas, these small details often matter just as much as explosive action scenes. Viewers increasingly appreciate characters who feel believable instead of larger than life. That growing preference may explain why so many comments praise the emotional realism conveyed through only a handful of photographs. Reports surrounding the production also introduced another layer to the story. According to information shared by various entertainment outlets, filming conditions were far from easy. Long overnight schedules reportedly became a regular part of production, demanding significant physical endurance from the cast and crew. Some scenes were filmed in high-altitude locations where the environment itself presented additional challenges. During this demanding period, reports suggested that Liu Yuning experienced discomfort associated with altitude conditions and occasionally required oxygen support before returning to work. While individual production experiences naturally vary, these accounts encouraged many viewers to appreciate the level of commitment often required behind the scenes of large-scale television productions. Stories like these resonate because they remind audiences that memorable performances rarely appear through talent alone. Behind every convincing scene lies countless hours of preparation, repeated rehearsals, technical adjustments, and physical resilience. Although viewers eventually experience only the finished drama, every successful production represents the combined efforts of hundreds of professionals working together under demanding conditions. Recognizing that reality often deepens appreciation for the final result. Another reason discussion surrounding Iron Evidence continued expanding was the noticeable contrast between online speculation and official communication. Around the same period, Liu Yuning's management publicly addressed rumors circulating on social media by releasing a formal legal statement rejecting claims linking him to an online account known as Salt Snow. Shortly afterwards, official channels reminded the public to rely on verified announcements rather than unconfirmed online speculation. This measured response gradually redirected public attention back toward the work itself instead of allowing unrelated discussions to dominate the conversation. Many supporters welcomed that change in focus. Rather than continuing debates over rumors that lacked official confirmation, numerous fans expressed greater interest in seeing how Liu Yuning's latest role would develop. For many observers, the timing almost seemed symbolic. While speculation briefly attempted to distract public attention, behind-the-scenes photographs quietly reminded everyone why audiences had become interested in the first place: the performance. Perhaps one of the most fascinating aspects of this story is how anticipation has continued building even before the drama's official promotional campaign has fully begun. Reports have suggested that Gao Yuan-related content generated extraordinary online attention during production, achieving impressive engagement long before audiences had the opportunity to watch a completed trailer. Whether measured through searches, discussions, or social media interaction, the character has already established a remarkably visible presence across entertainment communities. Such early attention does not guarantee future success, of course. Every television series ultimately depends on its storytelling, performances, and audience reception after release. Nevertheless, building genuine curiosity before official marketing reaches full momentum represents a significant achievement. It demonstrates that interest has developed organically through public discussion rather than relying exclusively on traditional promotional strategies. The creative team behind Iron Evidence has also contributed to rising expectations. Directed by Wu Bai and written by Chen Yusin, while featuring respected actor Sun Honglei alongside Liu Yuning, the production brings together experienced professionals familiar with crime storytelling. News that the project has reportedly been selected among high-quality television productions expected to receive national broadcasting attention has further strengthened confidence among many viewers who appreciate carefully produced investigative dramas. Beyond statistics and production updates lies another important reason these photographs resonated so widely. They arrived at a moment when audiences increasingly value sincerity. Modern viewers can easily recognize excessive marketing, yet they remain deeply responsive to moments that appear authentic. A simple photograph capturing an actor concentrating before a scene, adjusting a uniform, or listening carefully to production staff may communicate dedication more effectively than an expensive promotional campaign. Fans also contributed significantly to the momentum by sharing creative and humorous observations. One playful comment suggested that the unofficial photographers had accidentally become the production's most effective publicity team. Another joked that if these spontaneous images already looked this impressive, the official posters would face enormous expectations. Someone else humorously remarked that Gao Yuan looked so convincing criminals might reconsider their plans before the drama even premiered. While clearly lighthearted, these reactions reflected genuine excitement spreading throughout the online community. Beyond the humor, there is another perspective worth considering. Every successful role represents an opportunity for an actor to reshape public perception. For years, audiences have watched Liu Yuning explore different genres and gradually expand his acting experience. Each project has introduced new challenges, but Gao Yuan appears to represent another meaningful step in that continuing journey. Instead of relying on familiar strengths, he seems determined to explore a more restrained, mature, and psychologically grounded performance. That willingness to evolve often becomes one of the defining characteristics separating performers who maintain long-term careers from those remembered only for a handful of popular roles. Growth rarely happens overnight. It develops through consistent effort, thoughtful role selection, and a readiness to embrace unfamiliar challenges. Whether Iron Evidence ultimately becomes one of the year's biggest television successes remains for audiences to decide after release, yet the current conversation already highlights something encouraging. People are discussing dedication, preparation, and craftsmanship just as much as popularity. As excitement continues building, expectations naturally become higher. Greater attention also brings greater scrutiny. Every new photograph, every production update, and every official announcement will likely receive careful examination from audiences eager to discover additional clues about the series. Yet perhaps that level of interest simply reflects the confidence many viewers already feel after seeing these early glimpses. In the end, what began as a collection of unofficial behind-the-scenes photographs has evolved into something much larger. They reminded audiences that powerful performances often reveal themselves long before the opening episode reaches television screens. Sometimes authenticity speaks louder than carefully planned marketing. Sometimes quiet determination attracts more admiration than dramatic headlines. And sometimes a few unexpected images become the strongest reason for millions of people to believe that an unforgettable character may soon be arriving. What do you think? Have these behind-the-scenes photos convinced you that Liu Yuning's portrayal of Gao Yuan could become one of his most memorable performances, or do you prefer waiting until the full drama is released before making your judgment? Share your thoughts in the comments below because we genuinely love to hear your opinion. Thank you very much for watching Update X24H. If you enjoyed today's story and would like to stay informed about the latest developments in Chinese entertainment, please consider liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and turning on notifications so you never miss our future updates. Your support means a great deal, and we'll see you again in the next video.